What?
What were you doing? You wasn't looking at my dress.
No.
What were you doing?
You'll see when you try to get up and walk.
Did you tie my shoes?
I tied her shoelaces together.
I didn't even know he was under.
I tied my shoelaces together.
Hey, Derek.
Then you'll come and get it and I'll take it away from you. It's paper and you can't play with it. Always you back.
You gonna talk for me?
Talk to Daddy. Daddy? Yeah.
Battery's going bad.
I was going to tie him to the chair. I was going to stand up and try to move a foot.
Does it have a charged battery?
I think John used one of mine. I didn't find it. I don't know if he's giving it back to me. He used it when he taped before. Who? He's got it in work with Michael's playing before. What? Older than some. I'll be getting in 10th grade. Don't get help first.
Get out of the way, Kelly.
What have you been doing?
Riding bikes. We went about at least 2 miles, but
Did you really?
yeah.
How far did you go? Which way did you go?
Well, we separated. Goodbye.
I heard that Friday night camping they went. You did it right back to me. Okay, that little Ross, he's a
I was going one way out, and she went the other. She thought I was going behind her, and I thought she was going behind me.
That's okay. Just be careful, okay? What's wrong?
We went at least.
But Ross had been at, and she was from 1 to 5, 12 to 5, so they picked him up at 12 to 5 school. She was doing that all day. Let's see the speaker on what's on Monday. Filming. July 2, 1989. Hey, Derek. Hey, Derek. Which of the two is smarter? We haven't figured it out yet.
And then...
What?
Daddy, I'm a good boy. Obviously, neither one of them are shy. Looks like. A picture of Kelly. She's. Yeah, we have a picture of Kelly. She's sitting in a chair on here. Well, you sleep late.
I don't puff. And I want to play.
I hope he doesn't talk like that. I see you.
I'm trying to see if there's Sam. Does it like her?
Kelly. Whoa. Grab him.
Got him.
Just keep his head back. That's all.
He was that far away from.
Tell us about it. Turns out to move. You can wear that tomorrow in the car. Is it smelly? Stand up.
Kelly smells.
Stand up. It's like bats or whatever.
He's trying to do kid play. Okay. Patrick has that knife.
Patty cake, patty cake. Whoa. You gotta move the patty cake.
Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Roll it. He was rolling it. We forgot to stick it.
You do it. It was nice. It wasn't so hot.
Give him something to crawl.
Look, it's so dirty. It's not dirty. Put
it somewhere so you can go get it.
Never been out there. Ooh. And then when you go in, the baby pools at one end, and then all of them down to there with umbrellas on. Well, this end up here, they put a tent looking.
You filming it?
Yeah.
Here's your stuff, Kel. Okay. I know. Here, Kel, here's your stuff. Okay.
Let him crawl, Kel. About what you been doing?
Mom, we were talking about Big Bird on his pants. He think a Big Bird is a.
So you're pretty silly, Catherine. Hey, Derek.
Thank you, Madam. He's gonna eat his head.
I like
quack, 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 quack.
I don't want it. Oh, dear.
I will not have it. Catherine. Catherine. Hey, Derek.
Go get sister. Patty cake for sister. Patty cake, patty cake. Hey, oh. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad.
Railroad man.
Where'd you go?
Susan, I can't see through you.
Move, Kelly. Move.
Derek.
Derek?
That'll have to be
Derek.
up
Hey, Derek.
Oh, goodness me. He said no.
Is that the end up?
Oh, I forget what you were saying. Stand up. Look, go stand up on you. I can't get you. Get back over here.
Hey.
Derek.
Not cooperating at all, Grandma.
Hey, what rhythm?
I mean,
Taking it with you. Get this here. Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw him.
Now, most of the folks here are from
Come on, Margaret.
all over. This is Bill Clarkson. Charlie?
No.
Oh.
He's my daddy's baby doctor.
Okay. Your daddy's youngest brother.
Which is,
Okay,
Nelson
then
Clark.
he's the first president. My Your grandfather was Nelson.
No, his daddy.
Oh, his daddy.
That's for Charlie.
Yeah, it was. It had Lou Eller and
Well, now, who was your mother?
Ida Mae, Margaret.
Who was your mother?
My mother was Clarkson.
I mean, what was her name?
Oh, Edna Alice.
Edna Alice. I knew one of them had married a Montasher.
Yeah, Edna Alice. And some of her people had 4 words back then. You know, names. You know?
Yeah.
They used to do that.
Right.
And she used to tell me some of them.
His mother.
He could sing too.
Okay, right. And then Lily's daughter, she was born,
Not too far.
well, my brother from Illinois came over here and we met 2 or 3 people over here near Gap Mills a couple of 2 years ago. Well, we came through Union and
I bet that
was trying to find out where some Clarksons were, and somebody sent us over to Gap Mills.
Like his Mac was Max.
Their father
Mabel will never get arrested.
If we could get a little
Memorial
word
Day.
before time.
Memorial Day.
And then she kind of liked it, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You got to come home and change your face.
I remember.
That's not like them being, clear across the United States.
I
Now it'll be a lot harder.
I helped
So far. Does she know where she's going?
down the
She gets through there. I mean, they ship them out.
Hoping she would stay there for 4 years.
Oh, that'd be good.
But she may get this driving.
Well,
She may make a career out of that if she likes it good enough.
they come back every time we
If she don't find
they come
somebody
in to visit. We spend a day or two maybe running around
Let's hope not for a while.
courthouse and what have you. We've been off.
Yeah, you're right.
Fun. That's all you had to do.
I had 6 brothers, and I played softball or football or whatever, and I enjoyed it. And I said, that's the one thing I can't do. The last couple of years, I have arthritis, and when I hit the old ball, it just jars my whole arm, and I can't stand it. But I want to get out there, and I want to get
No
a
itch
picture.
comes back, huh?
It'll never go away.
I don't think it does.
It's been so good seeing all of you.
Oh, it's been nice. Hasn't it?
And I said, I know I won't remember everybody, but at least I've learned enough that I know Nelson's the number of them I found out, and so maybe in another few years we can learn a little more. And
Hopefully we can have another one before too long. The next one won't be so long.
I said, if they do have, Ruby said that she would let us know. I've got a brother in Illinois, the older brother, who would give anything to meet some of the Clarksons.
That would be so nice.
He was the one who had said, if you ever have a reunion, let me know, I'll come. And so, of course, he didn't have time to come.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can have one before too long.
I hope
in the next,
when you do.
Very next few years.
Okay, I hope so. Been
Okay,
nice.
thank you.
Put this in there, sugar. Let me tell George Nixon about it. Derek!
He's hearing some birds, I think.
Derek! Hi!
Oh! Stop, Patrick.
He's listening for the birds. Watch him, Patrick. Hey, you'll dump it over, sugar.
Just for a second. Okay, go ahead. Grandma likes that. We like action. Might be a little too far away, but sure was cute if you turn around backwards. Look at that.
Oh, dear, bless his little heart.
Brown like his mama.
Derek.
And when this thing in here's got a little dark underneath the circle in it, if we didn't have enough light.
Good.
Fall out on your nose. There you go. Lost them all.
I went around the corner too fast. Cut it too sharp. And no, one of them was steering, and I was.
We can't go right far.
Yeah, look.
That works. Sit down. You go. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Come out on your head. I know you're funny. You're funny.
Okay. Leave the camera.
I'm going to dance a bit now. You going to turn it over, bud? Oh, dear. Ring the bell, Derek.
Here it is.
I've got wrist action for sure on that.
Wave bye-bye to Grandma. Wave bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Derek. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye to Grandma.
Can you tell me bye-bye?
Wave bye-bye to Grandma.
Bye-bye.
Wave bye-bye to Grandma. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye.
Bye-bye.
You're a sweet boy.
So can you get my boo-boo? Can you get my boo-boo up close?
Let me see where
It may not show too good. I got it on.
automatic. Okay, that focusing. Focus,
Okay.
as John said
Here it
when you
is.
pull it up close. Hey, Derek. Derek.
Try it in this hand. Oh boy, that's my favorite band, huh? Makes lots of noise.
Yeah, I believe we can see the little bump on his head for sure.
Move the stool over on me. Pull the
He
stool
pulled the
over. Yep.
biggest one at that.
Oh yeah. He got to the chair over, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Just of the.
Of this before the crowd got here. Yeah, this is that's the nice thing about video cameras, that you can see what you're shooting. Yeah, it's through the lens, but it's also
Any adjustment in depth.
no, it takes care of all that. The biggest thing is, like with these, and mine's the same way, it's
There's the center line. That's
I've never been mad enough to even
Seaton? Oh no.
I might even.
May I ask you something? Was that Seaton named for his mother's keeper?
I don't know.
There was a question in history somewhere back that there was someone, I was talking to Homer about it and trying to check back in history that there was something about some kind of Seaton name.
I do a lot of tracing of my heritage on the St. Clair side through the Scottish Highland Society, and they would know, so I'll ask. I will.
All right, because there was something about this that,
How are you?
I know.
Stretching out.
Run this show like it's supposed to be run.
Please do.
Okay?
Dad.
I get your attention, please, if you would like to have lunch? And I can't talk very loud, so if I could get you up a little, some of you that are back a little bit closer would be fine. Since the group is obviously rather small and probably the smallest group that we've had since we started this some 8 years ago, let's do something a little bit different and a little less formal. We've always had a business session at sometime after lunch, and it kind of disrupted the kids because they wanted to go to the pool, and maybe that's the reason some of the kids are not here. They had to wait to get in the pool while we talked about things maybe wasn't too important. So, as usual, we needed a donation to help to defray some of the costs. So I'm going to ask Virginia, somebody, to just set a plate or a great big bowl on the end of the table, and at your convenience, make whatever donation you choose to. And we would also use part of that for a contribution to Mount Union Cemetery to help with the maintenance of it, because there's a lot of kin there, and most all the families. And in the letter that I sent out this time, I indicated the address list is kind of falling apart. Each year we ask for new addresses, and sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. And life being what it is, it seems like when you get around to this time of year, there are 14 things for everybody to do, or things are happening. And it becomes somewhat of a chore when you get big stacks of them. That's only about a third of them there that are returned from because of bad addresses and so forth. We decided a long time ago that the second Sunday in August is when we would do this, and it's when we're here. So I would say to you, talk with your families, remind them, and just kind of mark your calendar on that. And I'm sure if you have an interest, when August comes around, you'll remember the second Sunday, and there'll be somebody here. Maybe the group will be small, or maybe it'll be large. I think it'll be the size kind of commensurate with the amount of effort and the number of people we want to talk to in the coming year about being a part of this and coming along. Now, if anybody thinks that the letter is important, I made the suggestion, they're willing for volunteers, I'll give them what addresses I have, and they may write the letter. And that'll be great. So I guess you assume if no one raises their hand that there will be no more letters unless there is something significant as to a day change or a location change. We'll just kind of take each on his own to show up and bring his family. I would ask at this time if there's any input from anyone else along this line or anything else that should be talked about at this moment. Homer, I wondered about the possibility maybe of just having a mailing, maybe the elders group and family, I'm thinking in terms of just to remind a limited number of people that they would get the word to the family. Well, just like me, I've got. Well, Virginia and I, yeah. And you know, one of our family who covered the whole group, you know, from Oregon, all over. Yeah. Well, Virginia and I talked about this some early on about the letters. Sort of understood it to do that. And I think we kind of said, hey, there's probably one in each family group that would kind of do this, either you or she in the Clarkson side of the family. And not necessarily didn't have a mailing, Gus, but yeah, I'd just like to say, like, and maybe Novella to kind of take it on to say, hey, I'll remind all the olds once a year. Maybe you do this for the Haymaker side. Either one of you or Margaret do it for that side of the family. And let's kind of do it that way. And that's what I was referring to. But kind of let's take a little responsibility for our own family group and try to do that and save this other. And that's the way we started in the beginning, but just picking out a
member out of each family group and asking them to make contact. So let's do that again and see if it works.
But not to make excuses, you know, I'm thinking just in my
That's right.
family. This particular year, you know, there are a lot of things going on that just may be inconvenient.
I think that's recognizable. And in talking with some of the others here, I'm standing here, the only one in my family here, you know, for this year. And they're just things, I don't make any excuses about them. They're everyday happenings, and they happen in every family here.
Yeah, but we're thankful you're here.
And you just take that in consideration and be understanding about it, and that's it. The extended family is great, and it's kind of a blessing to get together. But number one priority has to be your most immediate need and immediate family. And I think that's recognizable and acceptable, hopefully, by everybody that's here, and even those that are not here.
I have a problem too, my wife's family was more individual.
Sure.
They ended up 2 years back picking the same time for their reunion that we do here, and we've had to alternate between the two.
And theirs is important as
We wasn't here last year.
is yours is, and you need your responsibility. You need to trade and share that with her. So that's, to me, that's very acceptable things, understandable. I don't have any problems with that. I just hope we can maintain enough of a nuclear group here that those people who are not with us and they decide next year they're coming, they can come here and there'll be somebody to open the doors and we continue. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't. It's just one of those things. The other thing that I would, anything else along those lines? I'm not going to ask Bill for treasurer's report and all that. After we get to donations, we'll pay the bills and maybe we'll yell and tell you what's left over if there's anything, okay? One of the other things, I'm not very good at this sort of thing, and sometimes have a little bit of a wimpish voice, but would you join me? We got a birthday in the group here today. So if you help me with happy birthday. Happy birthday to Margaret. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Margaret. Happy birthday to you. Many more. Now we have anybody else? If we do, I'll get another choir leader.
Yeah, Mama right here's got one Tuesday.
All right,
I know that.
My age is going too
Soon
fast.
will be, though. Okay. We've probably got as good or better representation of the Haymaker family, or probably as large a one as we've had here for some time. I'm sure some of you have not met them. Please take the time and introduce yourself and get to know more on this side of the family, if you would, while we're here. We're very happy that you're all here.
Thank you.
Lunch is getting cold, but I've got a couple things that I need to do. I had a note as a result of the mailing to Yetta Strew in Arizona. She is the daughter and the only child of Aunt Maud, who was the third oldest in the Lavender family. And she sent this note and asked that we read it here. Greetings. As soon as I turn the calendar to August, I think of you, fortunate people, together the second Sunday of this month. The time I saw cousins, when I was 8 years old, and the other time was at the first reunion, are among my most cherished memories. Maybe I'll make it again sometime. I suspect I'm the oldest now of the first cousins. I'll be an octogenarian on January the 20th, 80. So if it's any of you here would like to say any of the first cousins, I won't. If any of them would like to say you're older, go ahead. Are you really? I'll have to tell her because she is so right on. It says that she's so right on here. So I'll have to remember this novella. But to continue. She says, tomorrow, August the 14th, Bill and I will celebrate our 59th wedding anniversary. I will be thinking of you today. Hope you have a big crowd and fun. Wishing all of you the very best in life. Love, Yetta May. I thought that was kind of a neat thing that she remembered. So if we have nothing else, I would like to just have a moment of prayer, and then we will call the business and all of the whatever else at the end, and just be fun and whatever and fellowship for the rest of the day. So if you would, please. Lord God, maker and ruler of heaven and earth, we're thankful this day, this opportunity to gather again as a family in your presence. We're grateful for our heritage. Pray you will guide each of us all the days of our lives. The true spirit of love and kinship as the extended family of William S. and Rosa Cunningham Lavender. Guide us all in the brotherhood with all mankind. We ask, too, that the light of your countenance and richest blessing upon this gathering, as well as all of the families that are not with us today, for whatever the reasons. We also ask that you continue to hold close to your bosom all of the loved ones that have crossed over into your everlasting kingdom. Keep them safe. Let the strength of your love and the warmth of your blessing be felt especially by the families of Clyde Slusser and Elmer Dodd as we pause for a moment, silent tribute to their memory. Thank you for the nice day. Thank you for this bountiful meal and the fellowship that we're about to partake of. Bless the food, the nourishment of our bodies, and us to thy service. Amen.
Here with all this stuff.
I won't stand right.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm just trying to get. This is a good time to get everybody.
I just
They're going through the line.
have no feeling for what you were doing and just kept walking right up in.
That's all right. I was.
Well, I don't mean to push you in.
Did you keep it with me, sweetie? That's good. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to get everybody. Sit that where you're going to sit, and I'll just be over there in a minute. I'm just going to get a little bit of everybody when they come.
Can I get your attention again for a moment? A couple of things that we should have done earlier that we didn't do. Put these plants on the tree, and they usually, sometimes you have to go around the room and find out the older it was, but since no bell on the tree, I'll take you first place, but before I go say what's going on. Where's John Michael, youngest one we got here?
She's not lavender. You want lavender. You want the youngest lavender, don't you?
He's in the pool.
I thought it was youngest lavender.
Youngest.
Just the youngest.
Just the youngest. If any of you are interested, I guess this is the youngest one we have.
He's been here since.
He's been here since
So,
November
since
the
you can't
30th.
hold it, let's get it right here, okay? Okay, so I'm taking a look.
Let's have that one retake on that.
Hold your flag.
Mr. White, you, get some distance. Just over 200 miles. 300 miles.
New Mexico. I'm Ralph Jr. and I just found out about the reason we came back for a funeral. My mother is Edith Merle Haymaker, right here. Just found out about the reunion before we came visit, so here we are.
So if you will, I take this back to Mexico. Well, one other thing after the fun. Our illustrious treasurer up here on the end just went through, and we're a little bit short on funds to pay him for the drinks and making a contribution. Anybody else, the thing is going to be at the end of the table. Anybody else would like to make a contribution, we certainly appreciate it to be helpful. It doesn't mean that we're going to be bankrupt or go broke, but the surgeon begins to become a little bit uneven if we don't get a little bit more help. Not much of a little bit.
Bring this down, bring this. This.
I guess with that, I'm going to stay on the top, okay?
Let's go to it. They're going to put her in this side.
Maybe the camera.
I felt his first time.
Everybody keeps smiling with me. Weekend is going. There's another here somewhere. As soon as Fred loads up. Yeah, been a good year. Rain. The only problem getting that tank.
It makes good enough break that when it's getting work.
But all this rain recently.
You got 4. 3.
I think York County had 12 inches.
Yeah.
That's what's why.
After I get into it.
In 85.
Taking pictures of people.
November.
No, you must not.
Yeah, the fruit jar one when we split.
Now, I think every time we get fruit jars,
It's over 500 yards.
I think every time we get the biscuits out,
That's blue side here.
Donna, take any of them you want. Take the cover off on it?
I paddled down there to check my gauge, and it, I guess it's 5 inches. You got a whole 5 inches. It was already overflowing. It got full of people. Yeah, but it's a beautiful creek, so it gets angry.
I'm going to go inside just a minute.
Mine said he had all he had to do was go on 81, 581. Finally made it that way. Yeah. That's Queen Bridge.
That's the big lump.
That was the only bridge left on this entire creek. The ultimate. Yeah. In a helicopter. Starting off, this is the building.
We want to put it in. We had an old horse that would stop in the middle of the road and you could see me. Yeah.
Let's get us off the mountain.
Yep. Yeah, we are.
Well, come here, buddy.
Okay.
Well, we all ready? Hey, before we start eating, if we just pause a moment for a word of prayer.
Okay, we need a nice out there that's about 4 pies.
Ready? We're going to have a little word of prayer, Lou. It's what they call either that or called stumping with her.
You want on the porch or would you rather sit out here? Okay, you'll be in the shade here.
Eddie! You're missing a little.
Don't break it down. Somebody's got to
You never saw that cheap. In 1963, a 4x8 foot rosewood panel was something like $65. What?
They all love it.
I'm talking about veneer, yeah. 4x8 foot, quarter-inch panel.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, I've saved some of the rest of you.
Called me last night.
Let's go slow over here. Let's go. Let's just sit down more onto it. That locks it in.
We're sitting this way.
Polka, Bill.
Go put the thing.
No, you want any of this time? I haven't even made up my mind what I wanted. I need to put it inside.
To be a part of the team, I had to do that.
saw this, didn't you? You got her right. You got her right. Yeah.
I made one little mistake. I go back. It's pretty out here. Look at that dog running over in all that mess to get that stick. And she brings it out. Yes, she does. She brings it right back to them for them to throw. I like it. Yeah. He's happy. Now I knew the name of the little girl right here in the front is Courtney, but who is she? Oh. That's right. I remembered the other year and I forgot. They told me. Yeah.
It's like the end of vacation, isn't it?
Yeah. Now that's, yeah. Hard to believe how much she's grown since the last time I saw her. I went to, I was going to the hospital to see Pearl last time I saw Don, and the children came in on the driveway at Little Scale Hospital, and I saw them. She and her husband and children were there.
I think you're a top one is prettier than mine on all three.
She said she was supposed to drive back, but she was having car trouble, so she drove back.
Say, I've got this.
Now, record this.
Yeah.
She said, oh, she's made friends with him. I said, she's not friends with him.
Patrick, John Houston.
Who's got a match? Who's got a match? Can we light the candles, or are we just going to go through the motions this year?
John Houston.
We got a match yet. You're breathing a buffalo. You ever heard that one?
Where's our matches?
That's cold. That's cold.
Never had the pleasure, actually, to come that close to one of the giant bisons.
I don't know if that fan.
You can sit down somewhere.
I can sit down somewhere. What's your taking picture? Patrick, cut that out.
I do it all the time.
No, you don't do it all the time.
You're not supposed to
It's supposed to be off.
Unbalance it.
And he does it off.
It slows down. I know, but you're not supposed to do
Patrick
that.
Houston, rotor brake.
He does that when it's on. He does it while it's going on.
Rotor.
Stop stopping.
It's not off.
Mom, can you do on that? Can you pull the feet closer?
Oh.
We couldn't put all the candles on it because we had to call the fire marshal.
That's all right. You're there.
Patrick, get yourself over there.
Just wait till I'm
40 turns where I
You're 42.
50 candles. 52.
When Papa turns, somebody should put 50-some candles on his cake.
Okay.
One for the money, two for the show.
Three to get ready and go.
Yeah. One for the money, two for the show. Three to get ready.
Blow,
Blow for the blow.
She got you.
Blow, baby, blow.
Okay. Now it's time to read the cards.
Mine first.
Read all the slice.
My dearest old mom.
Look, did you see graphics at the top?
No, look, over the hill.
Yeah.
That's 42.
Show them the card first. Now read the inside of it.
Happy birthday. To an oldie but good.
No,
Odie.
To an oldie, but a
goodie.
goodie.
He picked that one out.
Now you have to read all the
season
Not a
on
big food.
Sheba.
Oh, good. Ooh, good. Two little mice kissing. Happy birthday to the one I love to love.
I had to get you.
Oh, cute with mine.
That's another one of mine.
To Mom from Catherine, your most favorite child.
Most favorite.
To abuse.
Read it out.
Happy birthday to a mother who has everything: ability, looks, charm, talent, personality, and me.
That sounds like Cat.
Sounds like
Here comes
You said that was the last. That's mine.
Sounds like the card you
Here's
used
the
to
mushy
buy.
one.
Mother on the occasion of her 42nd
Sounds like the card,
birthday.
card that Patrick used to get.
They must be the age they go
That's
through.
Yeah, so.
That's just their,
What if we did this to all
Serious.
this morning?
Ah, look at that. I'd like a basket of flowers like that for mine.
Patrick, believe it or not.
well, if you guys did in lieu of that.
Your excellent son, Patrick John Houston the first. Mom, I don't tell you enough how proud I am of you. It takes a very special
I didn't
one.
pick this card up.
Well, that really
I'm just kidding. I didn't pick the card up. Dad got it.
Yeah, I really like that, don't you? That's a pretty...
Don't tell that, Patrick. It's true.
Mother, P.S. 42 isn't old if you're a tree.
It's real old if you're a dog, right?
You're a dog, you just be 400 years old. You're a dog.
Have a happy birthday, or the teddy bear gets it. Your son, the Ayatollah Houstani.
That's Houstani.
Houstani, yeah, that'd be Houstani to be Iranian, wouldn't it? Iranian.
Yours always have butterflies on them.
Not all.
A lot of them I do. Charming, young
Then she has to
woman.
read Dad.
Young love, get out of whatever that song is.
For you is way out of line. Better run.
Dad, he's
That was singing his
Hey, Dad, don't sing.
Young girl, get out of my Get out of
Here's
my
another
mind.
mushy one.
Doesn't for you is way out the line. That's what he did. That's what Balky did it on.
What?
Balky. On Perfect Strangers.
When?
He did it today. That was his day?
Wasn't that today? When, no, it was yesterday when
It
we
was
went to the singles bar. Remember?
Do it again, do it again.
You like that?
On Perfect Strangers, this guy.
I picked that
he
out.
Posts,
He goes, yeah.
He's old.
What did he do?
He's like, it's like Rush. He's like 40, and he talks like
That
he's
one, read that one. Read the envelope.
Well, what did he sing?
Huh? He was singing it. Number one. Young girl, get out of
Here it is.
Scary fucking
The world's most advanced birthday card. It needs no batteries, is completely cordless, never needs winding or recharging, and contains no messy tubes, wires, or transmitters. You probably wonder, how does it run? On its tiny little feet. That's cute. I like that. I like that.
We're going in the floor. We're going in the floor.
Here's a pretty package. Look here. See that thin?
Oh, no, chicken.
No, it's like I have to stand all the time. Ooh, look here. Oh, I like that. It's mine. Get it.
I don't want it.
Oh, look at there. Tommy.
Look.
I put my picture in.
I like that.
Yeah, old
I need things to put on my desk.
What else is there?
It's a pig. It's a pig to hook on your back. Things that I have to put things on, too.
It's a pig.
No, it's
Use a
I
candle
need
holder.
to hang on my pig.
Hang the candles. That's because that's where the talent
And
for the.
born a little pig.
No, that was from big.
That candle's made that way so you can't burn it at both ends. You can't burn it at either end.
There's another.
There's another card in there.
Card here.
I pulled the paper out. I can't remember.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I like that.
There's one there that said, "Don't worry, dear." It said something about a woman's age. It says you can still have the body between 1-year-olds. It said all you have to do is buy him a couple of drinks. Put one in there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Here,
I like this a pet magnet
Grab
to
a
put on our refrigerator. I don't have one. I like this.
Yep, she has one.
I need to, oh, I know what I need to do. I need to get out my little shelf you made.
What did she do?
Let me fix the door so it won't bang. I've got this too tight. Just to be loosened up some.
Very nice. Other guys.
I ain't wearing these.
Get them out. One large. They're wrinkled. Put it outside.
You get
That's it. That's what I need.
That'll leave me on. You can have a couple.
What are you gonna do there? Come on. Okay.
Well, y'all can have what you want.
Who's the ice for me? Downstairs?
Wave at the camera.
Too close.
Oopsie.
Can't focus that close.
Okay, he can't bang that. The ice cream's in the freezer downstairs. Excuse me.
Patty cake?
Patty cake. Patty cake. Patty cake. Patty cake.
Oh, we didn't sing happy birthday.
Johnny did.
Did he? When?
We're not leaving here either.
But we didn't.
What? Like the lounge.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
It once for birthday. What? Happy birthday.
Nobody else can even sing it once.
Watch his little fingers.
Happy birthday to
Done before you
I was going to sing to her about 12:01.
Kelly, it's done before you.
I usually do that to her.
Hey, what are you trying to do? No. I want food. See, I want some ice cream. I want ice cream.
Bose.
He'll bang his own thing.
Here, Susie. That's my ice cream.
Cake, Susan.
No. Get down here.
Nice. Cut it 4 down. Then you got a red light. Oh,
Red
Patrick.
You have this spoon.
Well, don't fake him out like that. Get him halfway across his...
Patrick's got to get bigger and I'll get you for that.
Cake?
See, let
Here's
it bust.
birthday cake.
Are you going to try to get him good now?
I'll give him a
Some will flop.
You through?
115.
What?
151.
Let's play.
152. 153.
Teaspoon.
There. Okay, Patrick, are you ready? Are you ready?
Echo, Byron.
I'm ready. You know. She went iron for me.
Say please.
It's from the stand
Say please.
She's so stuck up.
Okay, that's the pumping station just beyond the buildings there. And up the road to the sanatorium against the foot of North Mountain. And back down in front of the hospital is the farm, the dairy barn, and the center of the activity for the state farm, which served the Catawba Sanatorium. Albert Willie Carroll lived on that farm.
Okay.
Okay, if you go up the road from the farm, you come to the village of Catawba. That's the Methodist church to the right of the highway. Right on up then to the school on the left and Minor Keffer store. Okay, that's Minor Keffer store there, and the road bears on around to the left, going through the gap over to there. You already got it.
I've got to draw back so I can see what I've got. Okay, I'm starting over here to the far left.
Okay. Where we are standing is probably above the Bill Lewis place. And that's the mountain then between Roanoke and Catawba Mountain. The mountain back in the gap, beyond the gap, may well be Tinker Mountain at Hollins, Virginia, Cloverdale area. Do that crack,
leaning through that
taking pictures on the
crack,
other side.
trying to get a picture on the other side.
Okay, be careful as you come down.
In fact, I'm almost sure that it won't. Talbot Valley Baptist Church that branched off of the church that we went to. Well, wait a minute. Go back.
Yeah?
Go back.
Yeah.
We are on our way to McAfee's Knob.
We are?
Yes. And here we are with the mushroom.
We're about a mile. It's certainly not Carbon's Cove, or Mason's Cove. So what comes on between? That's between Peters Creek and Cloverdale. It's not as far down as Cloverdale, I don't believe.
John, see, we walked right back here from Bennett Springs and the Cove and all that area. And as we come on down, this is...
From Hanging Rock, what do you come on to as you make your way down toward Troutville? See that clearly out there because it's a lot of fog out there. We're going to make it, dear.
Okay.
We're going to make it.
Yeah. This is where we're going
That's
to head up.
That goes to the knob, huh?
Going to head up this trail and see if this is not it.
Okay.
Of course, if it's not, it will be me that has made the...
That's the gap, and there's another gap, and all kind of gaps. Sure doesn't look big enough. Well, boy, there are just strings of mountains all over this valley. Good ways down toward home. I'm convinced.
Well, here we are stopping for lunch. And we're going to take a path off up to the right, and I said I think that's the way we go, and I sure hope it's right. Is this going to be lunch or snack?
This is... making a lot of noise here.
That's all right. We're recording it.
Trees growing out of rocks. Oh.
Something else.
WILO-AIR. Yeah, that's... I believe the critter is going to beat me.
But he's headed in the wrong direction. You better turn him around.
He's smart. Come on, fella. We're going up the mountain. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Oh, me. We got to be getting close. Here's his friend. Parked over here to the side
You're
of the road.
kidding. Put him over there with him.
Come on.
When did you ever see two together?
Hello there. Two of them. Looks like the granddaddy.
Yeah, that one's right much larger, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the king of the mountain. Guess you call that a Mexican standoff.
Well, enough of them. I guess we better... I meant I kept being covered up on my...
Getting there. On the Tad. Place. And across the... up a little to the left and across the creek is the house that John and Bessie Painter lived in, Eddie's mother and dad. Then as you go on up the creek, just on the edge of this slope, you can see Claude and Francis Thomas's house.
And that's Paul Painter's house that's on the other side of the road above him on the right.
Above him on the right. And back of Claude's and Francis's house, coming back toward the base of the mountain, is Miss Kathleen's house. We came in at the Jack Bennett place, the house down there with the green roof a good ways off the highway. Came back up this ridge here, right on up through the thick trees and right on up this steep, steep slope to the base of these rocks. Two boys, I can't remember their names. But down that valley then, that holler, is the Earl Connor place. Then as you go on down quite a ways, you wind through those woods over there and on down, and that big white house down there is the Fulva Rhodes, which was Ed Rhodes's home place. Then you come back up these valleys through here. I don't know, is it back this far to Cox's lived back up there a ways, but it wasn't that terribly far up.
No, they were right behind Miss Fulvey, right where you could see almost their house.
That must be where Henry Brickey, Betty Sue Brickey, and the Brickeys lived. In those houses back in at the foot of that mountain, in those valleys.
Wonder where John Will lived.
Oh, John Will was way on down. You see, a brick house there. On down below that is, in the field, is a building of some type. You can see a shiny roof. Then, over to the right of that is a cluster of trees, and that is right down in front of Catawba Valley Baptist Church. And that's where R.G. and I was baptized in the summer of '42, September of '42. And then you go on below that a ways, considerable ways, and that's where we used to go for the baptizings, below Miss Bertha Kate Horns' house. And that's where...
well, now, I was baptized under the old leaning type oak tree.
Down
at
below
the
swinging bridge. Right, that's the place I'm talking about. That where the leaning oak tree was, and you waded out in the water there in a stills off the main currents.
Well, is that where you all were?
No, we were baptized in
in the upper area.
Upper area, this cluster of trees, right straight down the hill in front of the church.
Mm-hmm.
But you and Bill and Tom and Lewis and Charles were all baptized down at that point. It was used for many years. And that's right in a little bit this side of the Painters there. Right back to the left of it is Gilbert Perry's house, and you can't see his mother and dad's house.
Yeah, I've got that in
As
all
you
of
go
the fields.
on down that road,
Like you were going down to
down
Lizzie
past
Campbell's.
Lizzie Campbell's, right on down, and I cannot see, I can't see the John Carroll place. All that goes in behind Gravelly Ridge. And I'm down, gosh, what is that? That's a more modern house. But that's back in there where Earl Crawford lived, and then you can't see then where John Will Booth lived. And these roofs that you see to the right there, this side of the Davis place, is back in, about in there where Barbara Holt place was. And I don't know what buildings are back in there now. And that clay duct stuff back in there, I don't know what that is. Well, that was where some of this stuff was about. There was the eagle. Not the eagle, that's something else.
What was he, a big black crow?
I guess.
Getting Carvin's Cove. It sure has set in some weather. Taking a panoramic view of what we can see out on this